Here we have Kashif clearing PMP and sitting in a style, I would say. Kashif, congratulations on clearing PMP in less than like 2 months. Kashif give exam online at from home, right, Kashif?
Yes.
Kashif, walk me through the online registration process, step by step. How would you put into the context? How did you register? What were the steps? And yeah, walk me through your exam, then we'll go backward.
Sure. Registration is easy. I think we just need to go to PMI website,
Mm.
and there you can have there is a tab called certification. Just go into the certification, book the exam. It will ask whether you want at a location or online. My preference was online because I wanted to give this as a very early morning. I gave today at 5 a.m. because I am super efficient in morning and I didn't want to get ready, go to this some place in morning, right? So that's why I chose in like online version. But I would recommend that be sure that you have a good internet connections and you have a very calm and quiet place. I was sure that I have calm and quiet room and very strong super fast internet. So that is why I gave online exam. Uh, mm, I think it took 15 to 20 minutes to start the exam because they reviewed your this entire space, right, from where you give the exam. And initially, I thought that I can keep a pen and paper just to draw something. But then reviewer said that it is not allowed. So I removed that and they put me again in the queue. And then my number again came after 10 minutes. So I was supposed to start at 5:15, but I started sometime around 6 in the morning.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, like it was smooth, very calm, quiet. One thing which I did, which I never do, like eating chocolate in morning. But Amir Bhai said, okay, eat chocolate when you are in a break. So I just had dark chocolate with me. So I ate that chocolate and I was very calm, quiet, not thinking about result or anything. I just focus on the exam.
Mm. Okay. So how did you manage the time?
Yeah, it was something a little stressful at the beginning because I thought that I will wear the watch and I can just track the time. But examiner asked me to remove the watch. So I had to look into the watch in this examination portal, right?
Mhm.
And their watch works like from 270 minutes to zero.
Mhm.
And so it was difficult for me because I did some mental calculation. Okay, like how much is 80 minutes from 270? So I thought, okay, by 150 minutes, I need to complete the first 60 question, right? So
Mhm.
I just kept that in mind. And after that, when I'm left with 150, so it was just 75 and 75. So it was easy. I finished my exam, I think 2 minutes earlier than the last moment. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was just left with 2 minutes.
Okay, okay, okay. Let walk through me the process. 80, 77, 75.
Yes. Yes. So my first time slot was 80 minutes. So I thought that no, I have to take 60 minutes plus 20 minutes. So then I focused on 60 questions, then again 75 minutes, and then again 75 minutes. Uh, I have seen videos from people who have taken the exam previously, just to understand that how is going to be the experience. And a lot of people said that the first part is a quite difficult one, the other two. And when I started it, so for me, it seems like it was very easy. Not easy, but like questions were very simple. And I was not sure why they are asking so simple questions because maybe I'm missing something. And then later I realized that it was simple because I took 18 mocks. And I think the question in the mocks was like much more difficult than this examination. So it was like, for me, I would say it was piece of cake after taking 18 mocks. And I was thinking, maybe they could up their game and give some more difficult questions. Why they're asking such things? So I was a little confused. Did I do wrong, or it's like okay? Yeah.
Okay, okay. So how was the time management again? Exactly what we agreed.
Yes, 80 minutes, 60 questions, then 75 minutes, 60 questions, and 75-minute 60 questions. And I think very easily you can do it if you just practice same time management for marks. It's very easily you can do it. And some tips which Amir Bhai has already shared, that if you are left with less time, so just read the last two line, go to the option, and then just skim through rest of the questions. So it will give you the idea.
Mm, mm. Okay. Okay, so how many drag and drop questions were there?
I think there were maybe two or two, three, not more, two, three. Yeah.
Okay. And what was the normal length of the question since you were doing on your laptop? So what was the length of the questions?
Maybe at max two line, or maybe 2.5 line. That's it. Yeah.
Interesting, I have seen for a few times, even getting feedback from you, the online exam at home is coming comparatively easy as compared to center. I don't know why is that, but I have seen it like with the last 10, 15 students, exam at home is coming comparatively. Maybe they are factoring that the internet and those issues, but the exam at home is comparatively with the feedback coming easy. Okay. Uh, Further on, like if you put one, two, or third section, any section which particularly look a little bit challenging or no?
No, I think only challenging thing was doing calculation on their calculator. I had one question about CPI and SPI, and just to check that whether this is no over budget or under schedule. So I did this calculation. That's it. Otherwise, that no, it was there was no section that which I found challenging.
Mm,
And the challenge for me was that it was going smoothly, and I was concerned that maybe I'm making some mistake. It cannot be so smooth, right?
mm,
So that was some concern.
mm.
But I just thought, okay, let's focus on one question one by one. Let's not think too much. So we will see. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Which topics were highly like dominant in the exam?
I would say agile. And then there was some question about conflict management for sure, stakeholder management,
Mm,
and maybe a couple of questions from procurement.
mm.
That's it. Yeah.
So majority exam was from agile stakeholder communication team. Am I
Yes.
understanding right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. Uh, Now you did exam almost in 2 months, right? Your class ended at the end of February, so today is 30th of April, so approximately 2 months. Walk me through a process if anyone wants to do PMP in a month, right? How they can do it, what would you recommend? What are the steps they should do and don't do? What would you recommend here?
Sure. So first thing I would say that maybe I didn't do in 2 months, even though I started the training for 2 months, but maybe I did in 3, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, because in 2 months I traveled 4 countries. So
Uh-huh.
I was in California when you started the training. Then I was in Poland, then Saudi, Dubai, India, and back in Poland. And I was just reading at airport, reading at in flight, so wherever I got time. But I got serious once I came back here in Poland at the first week of April. So I just took 3 weeks, and then I made few mistakes which I realized later, and I think that is why it took me time, like a 2 months time. And so project management, I think this is my personal belief, right? And maybe I am not sure, but from my perspective, project management is a science, but passing exam and art. And our Amit Bhai is an artist, so he know his craft. So just do what he says. If you want not to learn this art, what mistakes I did is that, so when you start reading about the project management and get, so gaining a knowledge is one thing and passing an exam is another thing. So when you get a lot of knowledge and all, so sometimes it makes you confused because you start thinking lot too much logical things, right? And then it makes, I mean, there's a more chance to make a mistake. So I would suggest the less you know is better, but you practice more, because then you will, synthesize your entire concept in a more practical version, which can help you in passing the exam. The material provided, this PMP booklet, is, I think, more than enough.
Mm,
And whatever you learned from your mocks is, I think, that is more than enough. And if you do this, I personally did 18 mocks, I think more than 1,500 questions. And while doing the RC, I put everything in Google Sheet. And yesterday I was revising, so I thought, no, it's not easy to revise this. I think I had around 1,800 lines on this Google Sheet. So I put everything in a Word document, and I asked ChatGPT summarize whatever I learned in this document. And it gave me this all bullet point, and yes, I revised that, and that was more than enough.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down and put it again. So you did your RCA. What I
Yeah,
want,
I did my
you did your
RCA. And each RC I was making a notes in Google Sheet.
in the Google.
So I think I had 18 to 20 RCS done, right?
Right?
And each in total, I had around 2000 lines of lesson learned
Mhm.
in each RC, combined total, right?
Mhm.
And I had one day, I wanted to revise everything before I give exam. So I copied everything, put into a Word document and uploaded in ChatGPT and asked, summarize all this. I have exam tomorrow. And very nicely, beautifully, it summarized all my lesson learned and give me everything in organized way.
Send it to me. Let's put it in
Yeah.
the. Let's put it in.
And I
Yeah,
and if I think that if anybody read that, so just like the pure, it's like a pure crux of everything. You don't need to know more than what is there in that document.
I like that.
That's it.
I like that. Send it to me. I'll share in the group. I will first review,
Sure.
then share it the group. It's a good thing. That's why I said, oh, repeat it, because I heard the same thing, but I wanted to make sure I had. That's a very beautiful way to put into that, and everyone can do that actually, because
Yeah.
is that these are your lesson learns. One of
Yes. Yes.
that is this is Kashish lesson learn, Vakar lesson learn, Abid lesson learn, Aisha lesson learn, Amit lesson learn will be different, right?
Correct.
But
Correct.
good thing to put into that. I really like it. What else
Correct.
for the students?
And when just to add that, so all these lessons learned were random, right, from the mocks. Like these are the random concepts. It's not grouped. But when ChatGPT summarized this, so it combined everything into 5 process group and then give me the lesson what I learned. So
Mm.
it was very easy and quick. I even revised this in 10 minutes before giving the exam in morning.
Mm. That becomes your kind of a PMP booklet, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yes. And yeah, that's there.
I really liked it. Maybe I can do this thing also to like get those certified PMPs like you. When you guys become certified PMPs, collect your data and add into that file so that can refine. That's a good lessons. You see, that's why I record success journey. I always learn something new. I am using ChatGPT, but I never thought it this way. I am using for other way, but that's a good way. But send me your file and yeah. Anything else you would like to add, Kashif?
No, I think we just need to practice whatever resource you are providing is really good. And one thing I would like to say is thanks to West Bhai because my like schedule is very busy. Like I travel a lot across countries because of work. And I told even West Bhai that no, I wanted to finish this by end of March, but in between Ramzan came and then I was traveling, so I took 1 more month. And I remember once I told Oves Bhai that no, I want to take PMP exam as a project, not as an operations, like an ongoing learning. I just want to have a start date and end date and finish this.
Hmm.
So it's very important that you take your exam as a project, not as an operations, where it's like an ongoing activity. You keep learning because there is no end to it. You can learn as much as you want, but no, unless we have an end date, it will be very difficult to commit to it and then give the exam and finish it.
Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Anything else that anyone want to ask, feel free to ask this question. And my job is here to make sure that everyone becomes certified PMP. Kashi send me a good picture of you. I will be using the thumbnail. And the question answers in PMP marathon we use. So do share me some questions that you make for PMP marathon. Okay, Kashi.
Sure.
And thank you very much. By the way, you give exam here, sitting here.
No, no, no. This at some place in my room, not here. Yeah, yeah.
No, that
Of course.
can actually give that here also. They don't have any problem. I don't think they will have.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Kashif, thank you very much. Congratulations once again and best for future endeavors.